How common in frequency do you see this kind of an issue around our area, specifically in Twin Falls?
It's a very common problem, and it's been around for many, many years. Idaho has typically been in the top 10 states. In 2009, we were fourth in the nation for suicides. In 2015, the most recent report indicates that that the average male suicide is the cause of death.
Okay.
Between the ages of 15 and 34. And right now, as of 2015, 1 in 5 youth fall victims to suicide.
Do people not feel like they have resources?
There's a lot of resources out there, and despite the fact that we have great audience informers like your program and the newspaper and community action agencies, people still are not as aware of where they can turn to when they need help with suicide. But Idaho has really taken some forward-thinking steps and put some programs in place. We have the SPAN program, which is the Suicide Prevention Action Network, and we have a local chapter here in Twin Falls. They put on several different programs throughout the last several years that educate the community and try to bring in the youth. They put in education programs in the schools. But it really is something that is going to require families to really get involved.
So if you have a family member or a friend that has suicidal thoughts or tendencies and they come to you, what's the best thing as a friend or a family member to do? Who do you reach out to? Where specifically do you go?
The first thing is to listen and don't to overreact. Generally, that's a cry for help, and they're looking for someone to respond. Secondly, I would look to the family adults, someone or a counselor at school to invite them in, to encourage them to go in. And if that talk continues or they become more and more listless or isolating or withdrawing, you need to take the next step and go right to a counselor, contact some authority to ask for help.
Okay, for your family member. Okay.
We were speaking to a young lady, and I was a little bit surprised, but maybe then in retrospect, not so much when I asked her, because some people from the outside looking in might say, well, just reach out to somebody. And she said it was something that most people she found, including herself, they're hesitant to reach out for help that is there, whether it be a friend or a family member. Why do you think the reason for the withdrawal and the separation when there are people maybe in their lives that would help them?
That's as a counselor, that's one of the most astonishing facts. But the reality is there's still a stigma around mental health. There is a great fear that if they acknowledge they need help and they can't function, they want to die, that they're going to be labeled crazy, dangerous. It's almost like it's a contagious situation, and it's not. And so our challenge as counselors and individuals concerned with this is to encourage them to learn that there are people who care about them. They aren't going to judge them. They're going to work to try to help them access the type of help needed, whether it's medication, counseling, or assist the family through stressful circumstances that they might be in.
And some of those options, are there services that they can reach out to? I know that this shouldn't be a factor, but I know that sometimes people's heads and questions automatically go to cost. Can I even afford to get the help I need? Are there affordable options out there for people who need to reach out for help?
There are affordable options. Several providers have interns, master's level interns that they use to assist individuals, families that don't have insurance that need assistance. Our program keeps 2 to 3 master level interns on staff so they can provide pro bono services to those who don't have any other resources. Health and Welfare has programs to assist and help. And there are crisis hotlines that can be contacted here locally. The SPAN Network, who has a chapter here locally, there are 2 individuals that could be contacted and asked for help, and there's a lot of resources available. Really, truly there are, if they will just take the risk and reach out. And if those who learn about someone in having struggles with suicide thoughts to risk reaching out and asking for help.
All right, Dr. Eric Jones with Preferred Child and Family Services, thank you so much for your time today. We really appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
Hey, thank you. It was a joy to be here, you guys.
Thank you.